Welcome back to the program, everyone. Again, Stan Grava sitting in for Jason DeGay tonight, and it is my pleasure to have here at the table with me representatives from the big Independence celebration, which is going to happen this Saturday. It's already, we were talking about this last week, Lee, and it feels like it was just a couple of hours ago. To my immediate left is CJ Chris. Y'all will recognize Mr. Chris as he comes on a lot to speak about the Regional Military Museum. To his left is Susie Johnson, and to Susie's left is Lee Schaefer. And we're going to talk about it first. If you don't mind, Mr. Chris, give us a rundown of everything. We kind of did this with Robin last week where she kind of ran down everything. But if you don't mind, tell us what's happening on July 2nd.
Well, starting in the morning about 11 o'clock, we'll assemble on Highway 311 at Veterans Park across the street. And there we'll have a ceremony for commemorating the nation's birthday, as well as honoring the veterans who have served. This is a 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, so we're specializing this year on Vietnam veterans. And we've asked a lot of them to come and be on the floats and ride on the floats. We have plenty of room on the floats to ride and to be in our ceremony. General Hunt Downer is going to be our master of ceremonies this year again. And General Sam DeGeneres, Air Force Army, they'll have their tweaks at each other, I guess. And we'll have that ceremony. Then we have a group of buses going to take the veterans across to the Concord Shopping Center. And there they'll get on floats, whichever ones they're signed up to get on. And we'll go down St. Charles and end up turning left on Val High, go to the Civic Center, go right by McDonald's, and then into the Civic Center parking lot. And there we'll have skydivers coming in out of the sky. We'll have military flyovers like we had the last 2 years. We have a tremendous amount of things for kids to do, so we encourage everybody to bring their kids. And we have we have 5 at 9 p.m., plenty of food, and pretty much the same thing we did last year. And we get more and more experience, so it ought to be just as much fun, maybe more fun than last year.
And I'm assuming you hope that all of the people on the parade route just kind of fall in and
yes,
come
that's
on
pretty
in.
Much the idea. It's only a 2.5 mile
Correct.
Parade. It's not like a big one you might have at Mardi Gras, but it's it goes down Val High, and then people should be able to gather at the Civic Center.
Is there a for lack of a better way to state it, a shutdown time for veterans to call in that may have been interested in riding?
Well, actually, no.
Okay.
If they just show up at the veterans.
I guess that's what I was interested in knowing. If a veteran showed up and Lee spoke to us last week and said it's kind of an honor code, that sometimes I guess you don't have that kind of idea, whatever, maybe to show that you are a veteran. If they showed up that morning, would they still be allowed to ride?
Oh, yeah. I think we have plenty of room on the floats. And we also have the Military Museum has 4 vehicles in the parade. We have room on those vehicles. And we have floats that are decorated for 4th of July instead of Mardi Gras. So I think we'll have a lot of room. We encourage all the veterans to show up. I'm almost sure we can handle them all.
Very good. I'm going to get down to Lee in just a second. And Lee, maybe you could tell us about some of the things that happen once we get to the Civic Center. But, Susie, your role in all of this?
My role in all of this, this is a major fundraiser for us. And what we do, Blue Star Mothers, we send care packages to the soldiers overseas. So everybody come out, leave your ice chest at home, come buy some drinks from us, some hot dogs, come have a good time. If you go to our website, you can see a list of items that we send to the soldiers overseas. Please, if you feel up to it, bring some of the items to us. We'll be collecting there.
So all proceeds you guys are going to take, and y'all are going to take care of the guys overseas.
Men and women.
Men and women. I'm very, very sorry. But I do know this. Jason's good back there at getting websites up. The website is HOMA 4th of July. So HOMA4thofjuly.com. And we'll see if he can get that up in a little while. So everything, all proceeds go towards that. You guys don't necessarily have a place where people could drop off canned goods or anything like that. It's not that type of situation.
No, it's mainly snacks that we send them.
Okay.
We send them toiletries too, toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, dental floss. And we just did a care package June 4th. 484 packages. It cost us $6,255.40 $2.09 to mail them.
Wow.
And to buy the items that we did not receive as donation cost us $6,768.41. A total of $13,023.90.
It's a lot of money.
But the letters, the thank you letters we get are heartbreaking. It's like we need the community to keep backing us on this. And the community does a great job.
Very good.
Great job.
Lee, we spoke again, I mentioned this last week. I want you to go through on the celebration itself once we get to the Civic Center, exactly what's going to be happening at the Civic Center. But before I lose my train of thought, I did want to ask this. We know your role with the museum and everything. What exactly, and last week you and Robin both talked about it, explain what your role is, what the board is that you serve on, and how that all comes about.
It's a subcommittee under the Regional Military Museum. The Regional Military Museum supports us from a logistical standpoint and from support through volunteers and those sort of things. And they've kindly allowed us to be a subcommittee under them. So we have elections in September, and we begin to work on this for this event in September of this year for 2012.
Very good. No, you don't necessarily have to be a veteran or anything.
Oh, no. And actually, some of our most passionate volunteers are people that have family members that are veterans, like Susie and other people that may not have served in the military, but have great a fondness for the veterans. So we take any sort of volunteers that want to help.
Very good. The parade should be getting into the Civic Center at about 1 o'clock or so. If you can, take us through some of the activities that are going to be happening at the Civic Center.
Sure. At 1 o'clock, the events sort of start at the Civic Center. We'll have the Houma Community Band will play for about an hour and a half, and then from there, the Navy Band, the brass band will be there, and they'll be there for about an hour and a half. And then at that point, Waylon Thibodeau comes in around 6 o'clock. In between there, we'll have some activities. Specifically, Papillon will be there. He's a kids entertainer, and he does a great job with the kids and bringing the kids up and getting them involved as well. One of the things CJ missed early in the morning, about 8 o'clock, we'll have the bicycle race. It's a crit. It's a speed race, and that'll take place at 8 o'clock in the morning at the Civic Center. You just have to show up. You do have to have signed up through National Association of Bicycling, and you can get to that link through our website, and you have to be signed up in advance.
Okay, so 8 o'clock, because last week when you guys left, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the bicycle, but I didn't know the time.
Right.
So 8 o'clock in the morning, very good, and we'll pass
8
that on to all of the sports-type people on Friday night sports and such.
And then at 5 o'clock, we'll have a race, just a regular foot race. It'll be a 2-mile run for the adults and a half-a-mile run for the kids.
I think the Bayou Runners Association comes in and takes care of that.
Chris
Very
Johnson is sort of, he's been one of our really strong volunteers over the past couple of years, and we're going to miss him. He's heading up to Virginia, so this will sort of be one of his last events in the area. So.
Very good. Y'all talked about something, and I want you to talk about it again because actually somebody mentioned it to me during this past week. The motorcycle bike contest.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit.
At 1 o'clock, the area will be open, and we'll have an area where you can park your bike. It'll be the best looking bike, the crowd favorite, and then the most patriotic bike. Any motorcycle, you can decorate it any way you want, and there'll be some judges that'll go around and take a look at it, and the awards will be announced around 3 o'clock. So,
very good. And it culminates with a firework display. What time can we expect that?
9 o'clock. It's a 30-minute event. It's really past 2 years has been very spectacular event, and you'll find that it's the same group, so I have a feeling it'll be just as good this year. So,
when we're saying all of this, we're not. Are we talking about a cost for any of this?
No, there's no cost. It's all free.
You just go, except if you want those concessions and type things. Maybe.
Right, and we ask everybody to sort of buy the food and the beverages in the area. I know you can go off, and I know you can get things in other areas, but the vendors are the people that they pay money up front to get a booth, and A lot of them are veterans groups and civics groups that are raising money for their particular causes. So we ask you to come out, spend a little money. It doesn't cost anything to get in. All the entertainment is free. We pay for that up front. We'll have ice cream, snowballs, watermelon, barbecue. We'll have some of the Louisiana seafood wholesalers have gotten together and donated some shrimp. So any proceeds that we make off the shrimp will go to next year's event. So there'll be good food, hamburgers and hot dogs and those sort of things. So it'll be good food, a lot of good beverages. Just come out and enjoy it and spend some time with your family.
And those guys are not saying it, but I'm saying it. If you want to donate, that would be a nice
Always
avenue.
never turn them down.
Never turn down a donation and stuff. And I think Jason was telling me just a while ago, he's actually got the website up. Again, the website is homa4thofjuly.com. Homa 4th 4thofjuly.com. Very nice. Actually, that's the first time I see it as he's got it up nice here. And I'd imagine any information that people would want that we may have not touched on and such would be up there now.
Absolutely. And you can, if you have any questions, you can call us or send us an email and we'll get right back with you.
Very good. Very good. What happens to the museum on that particular day?
Oh, we're very, very busy.
Is it?
We're setting up our information booth, and we have our vehicles. We have track laying vehicles that are troop carriers, and veterans can ride in back of it. And we have another track laying vehicle that was used to haul Hawk missiles. We've been all painted up, of course, military colors. And we have 3 Jeeps in the parade, if they all start and run.
I heard somebody say that a couple of weeks ago. They got to make sure everything's in running order along the way.
Well, we hope to have them running. We have also what's called a mule. It's a self-propelled rocket launcher that the Army didn't give to us, but we bought it surplus. And we have a German motorcycle from World War II that actually runs, and it'll be in the parade. And we'll have our information booth there with our decorations around it and so forth.
I hate to be the person who brings this up, but
It's not going to rain.
okay. I was going to say, in the event of weather, and I truly believe that we're kind of in that pattern now where we're not going to get one of these washouts anyway. It's the kind that comes just a little while and it's gone, and all you do is maybe get a little bit hotter and stuff. You just hoping the rain stays away, I assume.
Well, Lee talked to God about that, and he guaranteed it.
We made our request.
I just didn't know if the kind folks maybe at the Civic Center would open the door or something. Maybe
We're discussing that right now.
that,
But, as far as the entertainment, we're discussing that with the Civic Center. And then as far as the fireworks, we have a contract with them that we can fire them up to 90 days after the event if it was some sort of terrible storm but in most cases last year we had a couple of showers during the event and it really was fairly nice. It sort of cooled things off and
Correct.
everything. So we keep pressing unless it's some sort of safety issue and the crowd should not be there. So
I appreciate you guys coming on. Anything else that you wanted to get out there that I may not have touched on along the way? And quite honestly, if we have, I'm coming back Thursday, folks. You're more than welcome to come back on Thursday and get the word out to us. And also, as far as the run and the bicycling, when I come in and do sports, we're going to make sure we keep on pushing that if people want to get involved with that, too.
Sammy, one thing I think is particularly thrilling is when you see those skydivers come out at 13,000 feet with smoke coming out of their shoes, red, white, and blue as they go toward the earth, and they let this flag out, this big, big flag, and they just land right there in the crowd, and it's an exciting thing.
It is very exciting because I live not far from there and saw it one day and didn't realize that was the time it was happening and was like, what, I thought of what is the movie from the 80s, Red Dawn, what's coming in and everything. But you guys do a terrific job again, and that's going to be this Saturday, and we'll keep on pushing it out there for you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Very
man.
good. Thank you all for coming up. Got to take a commercial break. When we come back, in the kitchen with Canadas, we'll do that right after this break.